A green day rises.
It's an anomaly of the Caribbean. A near-perfect circle of deep blue indigo set off with a fringe of coral 46 miles from the coast of Belize. The Great Blue Hole is a marine wonder that's been fascinating explorers above and below the sea for years. In 1972, legendary oceanographer Jacques Cousteau brought his boat, the Calypso, into the hole and his cameras down into its mysterious waters. What they found was a unique underwater cave that plummets over 400 feet to its floor. Suspended along its walls are huge stalactites and rock formations, usually seen only on dry land. It's a place where only the hardiest marine life survives.
It's an extraordinary geological phenomenon, isn't it? It is absolutely beautiful.
After a few short minutes below the surface, I understand why people have been coming here for decades. But the question remains, can the Blue Hole survive for decades to come?
People are marooned in the 21st century in different spots. We have to now see that the nature of our work is that immediately local and global.
Belize along the Caribbean Sea. Belize is the place to be. Belize is my home, Belize I know.
I look at this land like I look at Belize. Destruction and everything burnt down. But in the midst of this destruction, I see green patches of hope and opportunity and prosperity for humanity.
Belize City is on a deep curse itself. You notice it's not happening anywhere else as much.
Belize is not the same Belize that I grew up in as a child. What I see as a cancer spreading.
The future of Belize does not look prosperous because of the crime, the murders, the robbery, the raping of our youth. We need that to stop.
On my journey, I gathered some stories to keep my shadow people on the right road to prosperity.
Belizean people's like a crab in a bucket. They try to make it and can't come out. We're already in that hole, but we're not so deep in that hole.
Toledo district of Belize, that's the southernmost district and the least developed district. 70% of our people are poor. 54% of our people are indigent or really poor. 3 out of 10 of our rural children are malnutrition to the point of mental retardation. How can this be?
There's so many children there. They don't have any education. Parents can't afford to send them to school or even buy an exercise book. And it makes you very depressed when you arrive in Belize City to go and do any kind of paperwork, because anywhere you turn, people are just pulling you. Hey, I need a $5. I need a $2. Oh, my child hasn't ate yet.
The people are become more and more separated by greed for money.
Money is suddenly disappearing from the country. People can't recollect what's happening.
As a Belizean, my concern is about the killings.
This day, crime is like a dream I had years ago. It's like some people looking like criminals in my dream, running and chopping every poor people in the area, running for their lives. Where the dream finished was with me and my family. And I believe that it affects me so badly that I'm worried about my children tomorrow. You know, I'm worried that if they walk with their money to go to the market, by the time on their way back home they die.
The police force cannot do anything because the boys, they have bigger guns than the police. And also, I feel like the police are taking bribes. They are taking bribes because their pay are too little. And government is not doing anything about it.
Due to the poverty of our people and myself, it forces the brain to wonder if you should do this evil stuff, kill him for his money, or go into a shop and rob. In my case, my truth is I am afraid to commit these offenses, but I'm rather be brave to talk out for my people and die for the truthfulness that I am saying to protect and guide my people.
In your shadow, in his shadow, all four of us standing together in a shadow. Like he was in a tribe in an old African land, ready to run fast.
You go to the burial ground every week. Every week. There's a youth dying from what? Gunshot to the head, gunshot to the heart. We need help. The government complaining that they cannot do nothing at this moment, but we need it now.
Me and my wife used to own this panada shop, and we used to do good business for a couple of years until the gang violence and so started in the hood, and a lot of killing and shooting all in the streets. And what happened, the business went slow, and the customers, they stopped coming, and business went down so bad that we were forced to close.
Respect the tree, respect the birds, respect the bees, and respect God, because everything lies in nature.
My concern as a Belizean is the youths. What is the future for the youths?
For the kids, for my children, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a hard ball going because everything now is getting way too expensive here in the country of Belize. And if you don't have an education, you don't have a job, you don't have a house, hey, that's it, that's the end of you.
People were well educated, gone through school, but they have no jobs. And then they say it's because of the government, but I don't know. But it's very discouraging knowing you've been through school so long and in the end there's like nothing. At the end, there's nothing, like no reward, no job. It's very, very hard to find job.
The education is too expensive. There's a lot of youth in our ghetto who are smart and intelligent, but they cannot go to school because their parents do not have the money.
The motto of the rich people has been, knowledge is power. Knowledge shared is power lost. And what the rich people have done is they have designed an education system that is irrelevant and inappropriate for the poor people. People have been miseducated. They've made the sacrifice and they've studied, but they've learned about algebra and chemistry and English history and a wide variety of things that will not feed them, will not allow them and help them to use the natural resources that are right here in this country, in this district. All the money that's here in foreign aid is wasted. People get poorer and the rich get richer.
We want a brighter future for the children because the children are the people, the children are the most important.
We don't help each other to try to make life easy, man.
But I think in Belize, the politics is a big game and a big fraud.
I believe the government is doing too little.
Politics play a role in everything here. Whether you're here for an interview to get a job, if you're blue, you may get it. If you are red, I don't think so. Not at the present moment.
We've been electing politicians who are popular rather than politicians who have knowledge of negotiation and knowledge of how to go about getting what we as a country deserve.
The church, in a big sense also, they're not showing any support because they're being satisfied with a few silver and gold, such as they fall to pieces themselves.
I'm not afraid of the churches. I'm not afraid of the ministers or prime ministers. Because I realize I'm not afraid of dying. You know? I am afraid of suffering.
Every community in this district should have a satellite communications center, a SATCOM center. That's nothing more than a dish and a solar collectors. The people go down and watch it on a broad screen TV, and that's how they get their information about how to use the resources in a sustainable way. That's using technology, and that could happen. That center only costs $3,500 Belize dollars to put a dish up here, and $100 a month. People could call anywhere in the world. People would have access to the web. People have 24-hour doctors. People have emergency help.
We need medical. We need medical help. We go to the hospital. There's no medicine. There's no care. There's no doctor. As long as you have money, they will tend to you. But without money, they send you home. We need help. Please help us.
it is easy to point fingers, and you know, we just need to take the initiative and try to do something positive. It's not easy to get up every day and to see all the mischief and all the conspiracy that is going on in the world, and try to get up with something positive on the mind. We need to put our differences aside, be that religion, culture, sex, whatever, and just try to make Belize, the world, and most importantly ourselves better.
At 11 o'clock every night I go on the internet and I read the news. And for the next 35, 40 minutes I am raging mad. Just mad.
I must say that Belizeans living abroad have shared their resources with us. We are very blessed that the Ministry of Education gets donations from concerned Belizeans and others. So I think if there is any child in the country of Belize, once that child comes to the Ministry of Education and says to us, you know, I cannot go to school for whatever reason, that child will get help. And children have come to us and parents have come to us, and we've never turned them away empty-handed. Too many times, young people graduate from a high school, from a sixth form, from a college, and they go seeking a job. We need to educate them to become entrepreneurs, to create their own jobs. And that is the problem in Belize. Too many people are seeking jobs instead of creating a job. You talk about land, we have so much land. There is so much agriculture that can be done. But when they are graduating from this high school, they want to work at the bank, or they want to they want to work under somebody. I think we need to change that whole mindset. You can become a business person.
Unless we do something very meaningful, you see, for young folk, and soon we will have problems. We have to fully engage our young population. We have to be given a rather young population. We have to provide the kind of education that's imperative for a developing country, and we have to be able to target our youth.
We don't want to fight against the own brother, because we all come from the same mother. Belize, make we work as one. I could do this thing like the Rasta man. Come along and sing my song as a redemption. It would be nice if young people like yourself will come forward and deal with it with the same faith that we're discussing.
As a leader, I plan to work towards helping Belize. I'm a member of this country, 18 years. All my life I've lived here.
New York, California, Chicago, Belizean. Look back at our generations. The youth are our forces of life, our generation of love, hope, happiness.
If we can unite, it will be good for all of us countrywide here in Central America. But if we cannot unite, I don't know where we'll be in.
Well, I'm willing to make a difference for my Belizean people.
This is the time now we need to stand up and come together to fight back, to get back where we know Belize as.
I am the future of Belize.
I am the future of Belize.
I am the future of Belize. Nosotros somos los futuros de Belize.
We are parts of a greater design. And when we find our role in that design, that's the time for celebration and joy and lateral connectivity.
If you don't believe, there's nothing to gain. And if you believe and there's nothing, there's still nothing to gain. So why don't you believe there just might be?